Hi guys, let's jump into our Wednesday lesson. Today we're going to be focusing on economic vocabulary and the impacts of economics. So remember, economics is just the part of business that kind of explains how businesses work. It's part of a lot of things that we have done, whether we realize it or not, okay? Have you ever set up a lemonade stand or made chore money or spent money? Okay, if you have, then that's all part of the economy or economics. To help explain the properties of economics, we're going to discuss some different vocab terms. Okay, and just remember, economics is the branch of social studies that deals with the production and distribution of goods and services. Remember, we said that if economics could make a sound, it would be cha-ching. It's all about switching those, exchanging goods and services for money. Okay, or something else. Economics is that branch that, again, deals with the production and distribution of goods and services. So it's a big part of businesses, okay? Can you think of what that means? What does that mean, okay? Businesses deal with goods and services, so that's why economics means a lot to businesses. Our first vocab term today is going to be sole proprietorship. Oh my goodness, proprietorship. This is a business with one owner. You see that word sole, that means just one owner. It's not very difficult to create since it's just one person owning the business. The business owner has unlimited liability for all the financial responsibilities, okay? So they're responsible for all the losses, but also they get all the gains too. It's established for the time that the owner is able to operate the business. So whenever they're ready to open the business, they open it. They put in long hours of work. Since it's just one owner, they use a lot of their personal savings sometimes or have to make investments in order to make their business. They accept all the financial risk though. So nobody invested in it, so it's just up to them to fund their business. This kind of business is either very small with one owner and or employee. It could have a few employees, or it could be large businesses with many employees. It doesn't just always have to be small. So remember, sole proprietorship, one owner. Then we have a partnership. We know what partnership means. This is the joining of two or more people to create a business. The partners all work together. They have to be honest. They have to make good decisions together for the business to work. They will continue as long as the partners continue to work together. The business will continue to be successful generally. If a partner leaves the business, a new partnership is going to be created by the remaining partners, or it might turn into a sole proprietorship, depending on how many partners there are. If there are only two partners and one leaves, the remaining partner turns that business into a sole proprietorship, just like I said. Again, with a partnership, these people have to work really closely together, and they have to be willing to work together to be successful. Okay, two or more partners or owners is a partnership. Then we have a corporation. This is going to be a large business or organization with approved articles of incorporation. These are going to be legal documents that a lawyer has to file generally with the state where the business is located. Again, these are just going to be a detailed document. It explains the purpose of the business, other information, who will be running the business, but generally a lawyer files these. This is way more complex than a sole proprietorship or partnership, because an attorney definitely needs to file those, but also just because it's a larger company normally. They have to follow stricter rules as well, and they are going to issue something called stock, which means that they are open to investors. People can invest by purchasing stocks to become part owners in a corporation. Corporations are overall just a little bit more complicated. Okay, so lots of people in on that. A business monopoly, and no, we're not talking about the board game, but you'll see the connection here. This is when a market when there's a market where a single producer for a good or service is the only person. Okay, they have complete control of the supply or the goods. That's the whole goal of monopoly, is that you end up being the person that's in control of the whole board. That's a monopoly. There is no competition for this company to produce that good or service because they're the only ones. It could be a small company, but is usually a large one that does this. Government actually, we regulate, especially in the United States, we regulate companies that become monopolies to ensure that they produce quality items. So if there's only one person that produces an item, sometimes I can say, oh, we can cut corners because we're the only one that produces it. The government makes sure that doesn't happen. They also make sure they offer fair prices for their products or services. A nonprofit organization is going to be like a corporation that does not operate for profit. So it's going to be like a charity. Okay. It may be used to pay a reasonable salary or go towards activities within the corporation, but they are going to donate most of their money. They're going to use a lot of volunteers instead of paid employees at times. Majority of these are going to be religious, charitable, scientific, or educational purposes. So Licking Heights Local Schools is a nonprofit organization. They don't make a profit. All of the money goes back into the education of students. So positives and negatives about businesses, okay, and how they influence the economy. The positives are going to be all about people, they spend money in the community. Home sales go up when the economy is good. Unemployment rate goes down. People make more money. It's easier for people to get credit cards and buy things and get bank loans. More people have jobs. So that is the good part of the economy and when it's good. However, when it's negative, that's when spending drops and stores close and home sales go down and unemployment goes up. It's harder for people to afford things. Companies lay off workers. So we can tell that we definitely want our economy to be strong. We don't want it to be negative. We need that, okay? Don't forget to do your show it. If you have any questions, please let me know.